Hello, welcome back to our Journeys 1313. It's day 3 of our Coastal Karnataka trip, and as I mentioned in my last vlog, today's location is a bit special for me. I first heard about Yana Caves when we were living in Mangaluru. Ever since then, I had been dreaming of visiting this place, and after almost 4 years, it's finally happening. I'm honestly so excited and happy that today we are visiting Yana. So we left Gokarna around 7:30 or 7:45 am, driving past the famous Sanikkatta salt fields of Gokarna in the soft morning light. These salt pans are one of the oldest salt making regions in South India, in operation for over 300 years. From the national highway, there are two routes to reach Yana Caves: the Ankola Sirsi route, which is the north entrance, and the Kumta route, which is the south entrance. And we chose the Kumta route. The drive through this route was absolutely beautiful. The roads were narrow, surrounded by dense forest, and for most of the journey, there was nobody else around, just us and the peaceful greenery. Personally, I love drives like these. The fresh air, lush green forest, and complete silence make the journey just as memorable as the destination itself. Everything felt so clean and untouched, and that's exactly why, as travelers, it's on us to help keep it that way. It's easy to think like, what difference does it make if I try when others won't bother? But change always starts with one person, and if that one person is each one of us, it adds up. So be a responsible traveler, not just here in Yana, but wherever you go. So let me tell you a little about Yana. Yana is a small village located in the Katgal forest region of Kumta subdivision in Uttar Kannada district, Karnataka. It lies in the heart of Western Ghats and is recognized nationally as a geoheritage site for its unique geological formations. The entire area is surrounded by dense evergreen forest spread across nearly 2,400 hectares and is nestled between the beautiful Vadi, Matti and Devimane Ghats. The peaceful atmosphere here is one of the reasons why Yana attracts both nature lovers and trekkers. And there's also a popular saying among the locals: Gokarna is for you if you are rich, and Yana is for you if you are adventurous. This saying reminds visitors that nature has its own way of humbling us. The trek, the towering rock formations, and the peaceful surroundings make you realize how small we are in front of nature. It's about 48 kilometers from Gokarna to Yana, and we reached the entrance and parking area by around 8:50 am. After parking, there's a small ticket counter for entry, plus a tea shop nearby if you'd like something hot before the trek. There's a nominal trekking fee of rupees 10 per person and a parking charge of rupees 40, and both are compulsory. Make sure to keep your entry ticket with you throughout the trek, because officials or members of the village forest committee may ask to check it along the way. Visiting without purchasing a ticket can attract a penalty, so don't skip it. The trek from here is approximately 1.5 kilometers long and includes roughly 300 steps. It's considered as easy to moderate trek, and most people can complete it comfortably while taking short breaks. Near the ticket counter, you will also find an information board listing the rules and guidelines for visitors. If you are planning to visit Yana, you can pause the video and read through them. And one important tip I would like to share is about mobile networks. Once you enter the forest, mobile signals become very weak or may disappear completely. So it's always a good idea to carry some cash and download offline maps before starting your journey. A little preparation like this can save you a lot of trouble later. The trek to Yana Caves itself is a beautiful experience. As we walked deeper into the forest, the surroundings became quieter and cooler. The sunlight filtered through the dense canopy, creating beautiful patterns on the pathway. The sound of birds, the flowing stream beside the trail, and the fresh forest air made the entire trek feel peaceful. If you are planning to visit during the monsoon, just be careful. The pathway can become slippery, so it's best to wear shoes with a good grip. One thing I really liked was that the trek wasn't too difficult. There are seating areas at regular intervals, so if you feel tired, you can simply sit down, take a short break, and enjoy the beauty of the forest around you. Visitors are not permitted to enter the adjoining forest trails or the streams. These rules are there for our safety, so it's always best to follow them and stay on the designated path. If you are a content creator like me, here's something important to know. As mentioned on the notice board, drones are strictly prohibited in and around Yana and the surrounding forest area. So, if you are planning to fly a drone here, make sure you are aware of the restrictions before you visit. Another thing that caught my attention was the awareness boards placed throughout the trail. Codes like Save Nature for a Better Future are displayed at different points, gently reminding visitors to protect the environment. I also loved that many trees along the route have information boards mentioning their Kannada name, scientific name, and botanical family. It's a small detail, but it makes the trek educational as well, especially for anyone interested in nature. Now let's talk about the caves, what makes Yana so special. Yana Caves is known for its dramatic black rock formations. Geologists believe these are ancient karst formations made of dolomitic limestone, shaped naturally over millions of years. As slightly acidic rainwater slowly dissolved the limestone and erosion wore away the surrounding rock, these massive monoliths were left standing. The black color comes from the iron, manganese, and silica present in the rock. There are around 61 such limestone formations spread across few kilometers here, with the Bhairaveshwara shikhara being the tallest at 120 meters and the Mohini shikhara close behind at 90 meters. These towering monoliths are the main attraction of Yana and are among the most remarkable natural rock formations in India. I think this is beneath the Mohini shikhara. There's a small opening into the rock, and people were taking photos and videos from inside. As we walked in, this was the view that welcomed us. When we stepped in, honestly, I felt two things at once. It's beautiful and a little spooky. There's also a gated structure built along one of the giant rocks. I'm not exactly sure about its purpose, so if you know the reason behind it, let me know in the comments. So we finally reached our main destination. A few restoration and maintenance works were going on around the temple, and as I mentioned earlier, there are two routes to get here. This is where the two trekking routes meet. We came through the Kumta route, the south entrance, where the trek is around 1.5 kilometers, and this path on the other side leads to the Ankola Sirsi north entrance, which requires only about 500 to 600 meters of walking from the parking area. This one here is the Mohini Shikhara and this is the Bhairava Shikhara. Standing here, you can clearly see the two iconic rock formations that make Yana so famous. At the base of Bhairaveshwara Shikhara lies the ancient Sri Bhairaveshwara temple dedicated to Lord Shiva. One of the unique features of this temple is the natural rock left above the Shivalinga, from which water continuously drips onto the deity throughout the year. This natural flow of water adds to the sacredness of the temple. The water from here eventually joins the Chandiga river, which later merges with the Aganashini river. Photography and videography are not allowed inside the temple, so I couldn't record it. If you'd like to experience it, you will have to visit Yana yourself. After offering our prayers at the temple, we continued towards the cave trail. The entrance of the cave starts from the Bhairaveshwara temple itself. Inside the temple premises, there is a separate ticket counter for the cave circuit. The entry fee is Rs 10 per person. The trail forms a circular route, so after exploring the caves, you will eventually return back to the temple from the other side. The entire pathway is paved with concrete, making it easy to walk through, so just follow the marked trail. As we entered the caves, I was honestly speechless. The towering rock walls, the narrow pathways, and the sunlight filtering in from above created an unforgettable atmosphere. I don't think words can truly do justice to what we experienced. It's one of those places that has to be seen in person. So now, let's go to the mythology behind the Yana Caves. According to the Skanda Purana, Yana is closely associated with the story of Bhasmasura. Bhasmasura was a powerful demon who performed intense penance to please Lord Shiva. Impressed by his devotion, Lord Shiva granted him a boon that allowed him to reduce anyone to ashes simply by touching their head. But after receiving the boon, Bhasmasura became arrogant and decided to test it on Lord Shiva himself. To protect Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu took the enchanting form of Mohini. Captivated by Mohini's beauty, Bhasmasura asked her to marry him. Mohini agreed, but with one condition. He had to match every move she made in dance. During the dance, Mohini tricked him into placing his own hand on his head, turning him into ash instantly. According to local belief, the towering black rocks of Yana represents the ashes of Bhasmasura, which is why this place is considered sacred as well as geologically unique. As we walked through the caves, I couldn't help but notice something disappointing. Many people had carved their names onto the rocks. Whenever we visit places like this, whether they are natural wonders, historical monuments, or heritage sites, I always wonder why some people feel the need to leave their names behind. This is our shared history and legacy, and it's on us to protect it, not to damage it. They have survived for centuries. If we don't take care of these places, who will? Something to think about the next time you are at a heritage site. Another important thing to keep in mind is that there are several beehives around the cave area, so it's advised not to use flash photography or make loud noises. It can disturb the bees and create a safety risk. After completing the cave trail, we came across another beautiful temple. Unfortunately, it was closed during our visit, but the peaceful surroundings made it worth stopping for a few moments. From here, we followed the pathway back to the Sri Bhairaveshvara temple. After spending a few more moments soaking in the peaceful surroundings, we began our trek back through the forest towards the entrance. We started our trek at around 9 am and reached back at the parking area by 11:50 am. Of course, the trekking time depends on your pace, the number of breaks you take, and how much time you spend exploring the caves and the temple. This was our experience, and I hope it gives you a rough idea while planning your visit. With that, our Yana adventure comes to an end. I hope this vlog helps you plan your visit and gives you a glimpse of what to expect here. If you enjoyed traveling with us, don't forget to like this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you